Hey everybody, this is Little PS121. I am back with a new video, and in this video, I am going to be teaching you guys how to find the surface area of a cylinder. And yeah, sure, it's silly, but I mean, there are people out there that are struggling in math class, and I know that I was one of these people, and I have no idea how to solve for a cylinder. So in this video, I am going to be teaching you exactly how to solve for a cylinder, because I know it was so tough for me, but hopefully this video can simplify things and maybe teach you guys some stuff. So let's get started. Okay, first things first. Whenever you're finding 3D shapes, you always know that your units are important. Well, units are always important. If you see units on anything, you know that's important. But we have cubed feet because see, this is a 3D object, and this dotted line is as if you could have seen through the cylinder. This is what you could have seen. And so just make sure that you guys remember whenever you're doing a 3D shape that it has units cubed. But we need a formula for this. And now you're probably like, okay, real, what's the formula? And so the formula is 2 pi r squared. Okay, I cannot work with my mouse well, so don't mind that this will be kind of sloppy, but I'm doing what I can. Pi r squared plus pi rh. Okay, so this is our formula, so let's box this really quick. Let's just box it. Okay. So we have that, but what is R, what is H, what is all of this mathematical stuff that's going on? And so 2 pi r squared, this obviously means that you are multiplying and then there's an addition sign. So this means that you're multiplying 2 pi r squared, which squared units are when you have one unit and then you multiply that by the same number. So if I have 2, actually let's just use this. My radius is 6 feet. My height is 30 feet. So 2 pi r squared, where's my radius? So that's 6 feet, right? This right here is my radius on top, and so it is with the bottom. So let's just mark this out really quick. But since we already have 6 feet up here, we don't have to deal with writing this again. Okay, well, so we know that this is 6 feet. This is our radius. And so if our radius is 6, you have to multiply it by 6. And so what is 6 times 6? That's obvious, it's 36, right? So let's write 36 out in this corner over here. 6 times 6 is 36. Okay, cool. Well, now what? So we have 2 pi r squared. And I am actually going to be using a calculator for this because multiplying it out will take too long. So we already know that 2 times pi, and since pi is forever going and it never repeats, we will be using 3.14. You can use whichever number you want. It doesn't really matter, so I'm going to be using 3.14. Okay, cool, my sloppy 3.14. But now that we know that's 3.14, what is 2 times 3.14? And if I can bring up my calculator, if we do 2 times 3.14, we automatically know that's 6.28. So let's write this down in the corner. So 2 times 3.14, that is equal to, okay, well, let's just do this as equal to sign. Okay, so that's our equal to sign. This is 6.28, right? Yeah. So 6.28, so let's write this down. 0.28. So now that we have radius, let's look at the next thing. So we did 2 times pi, 6.28. Then we have radius squared. So that would mean that we multiply that by 36 because we did 6 times 6 and our radius is 6 feet. So let's do that times 36. That is 226.08 feet so far. That is not our final answer, guys. So, let's do times 36, 226.08. Okay. Okay, so now that we have feet here because our units are in feet, right? This isn't our final answer. Let's see what else we have next in the formula. We have pi RH. What does that mean? So that means that we are multiplying 3.14 times the radius, which is 6 feet, right? Because pi times r, and our radius is 6 feet, and for pi we're using 3.14. So 3.14 times 6 is 18.84. Now we have to multiply that by the height. Now our height is 30 feet. So let's multiply that by 30. That's 565.2. Okay, cool. But now we're almost done, guys. Now we have to add them together. So that means that we are adding 226. Okay, let's redo that. 226. Oh, well, you can't tell that's a 2, but that's a 2 right there. 0.08 plus 565.2 feet. Okay. Since I am using a calculator, it doesn't matter how I'm adding it, but whenever you're subtracting or something like that with decimals, make sure that the larger number is always on top and that your units match. Since you're adding, it doesn't really matter, so you don't have to worry about it. But don't use a calculator in class unless you can. Otherwise, we don't want to hear that you were cheating because of this video. But I mean, if they allow you to use it in class, then good. If they don't, I'm sorry, but you might have to multiply it out. And our final answer is 791.28 feet. And since it is a 3D object, it's going to be squared. Okay, let's write this somewhere else. So, this would be, and I said that it would be cubed. I said it would be squared, but it's actually going to be cubed since it's 3D. So, 791.28. And make sure you circle your answer. Okay, oops. Well, that didn't work. That is our answer, 791.28 feet cubed. And I hope to see you in the next video, guys. I'm the PS121.